Hello guys, welcome back to the Agent Hub series. Today, uh, we are covering the agent architecture, which is the orchestration layer that brings together LLMs, tools, and reasoning patterns. So what makes this architecture unique is its framework agnostic design. So you are not locked into LangChain or CrewAI. Uh, you can use both, build custom implementation. So I'm gonna walk you through the framework agnostic agent design, base agent interface, line chain implementation, agent factory pattern, agent context and state, creation, creating custom agent. So let's talk about the problem first. There are multiple agent framework. We have LangChain, which is popular, LangGraph handles complex workflow. CrewAI does a multi-agent system. AutoGen focus on conversational patterns. So each framework has strength, but they are mutually exclusive. So if you build a LangChain, you can't easily use CrewAI features. So if you commit to CrewAI, LangGraph is not an option. So I need an abstraction that lets me use any framework or mixed framework or build custom implementation. That is why I have this, I came up with this base agent interface. All agents implement the base interface as we have it here. So every agent, regardless of underlying framework, implement this interface, executing a stream execution, outputs, report capabilities. As you see it here, uh, uh, initialize, execute tasks, get capabilities, get configuration schema, and we have a supported capability. So these are the different functionality that every agent need to implement. So uh, the I'm gonna walk you through like a LangChain implementation. So I'm gonna walk you through this. If I come to agent here, so this is the LangChain agent. As I said before that, I'm gonna walk you through the LangChain implementation. If you come here, this is the LangChain implementation, and for LangGraph, we have the implementation here. I mean, we have the framework because I try to group it into framework, and then we have the specific implementation, right? This is the base class, this is the framework, then specific implementation. You could see from this LangChain, this LangChain extend the base agent. You can see that I try to create from template, which this also defines some abstraction. Also, if you look at the base class, have some abstract method that need to execute. This I did this at the implementation level, right? If you come to here, and you're gonna see how I did, for example, launching at the implementation level, right? Where I did execute, where I try to do the implementation for the execution of the launching. So, and then if you look at, so let's look at how I wrap the launching. If you look at the implementation here, right? I also have some sample in this the technical document I provided. But looking at the real code here, if you look at the launching, take note, I have a launch in agent here in the constructor. Uh, the constructor takes my LLM and configuration. So if you look at here, this is going to like take my LLM provider and then configuration and any other configuration here, right? So I notice I converted my provider to LangChain format. That is the only place I know this is LangChain, because if you look at it here, I converted the provider to LangChain format. If you come here, here, if you come here, you can also check the implementation I did here in this constructor. So, and if you come here, I try to initialize the ReAct agent with the tools and prompt. Try to initialize the ReAct agent with the agent executors. So here I'm doing all sorts of initialization here. Initialize the executor, initialize the ensure that the provider is registered, get the right provider, get available tools so that I could pass it to the LLM. So if you look at the execute aspect of the code, in the take note, this is framework, LangChain, LangGraph. This is the implementation for a specific framework, for example, LangChain. So I'm going to check the execute. Let me see. Let's go through it. Now, look at here. The execute called LangChain agent executor and then format the result into my standard response format, which we have resources, output, and intermediate step. And this is what I'm trying to do here, so that it will format it to the standard format that I actually need, that I'm using across my application, right? If you look at it, this is what this section of the code is doing. I'm going to like try to optimize, remove this local import and make it to have a global import. But basically what I'm doing at this level is, so tomorrow, if LangChain change their API, I'll update this class, and the rest of the system doesn't change. So, and looking at the stream too, if you look at stream, execute, create runnable, create template, agent, implementation. So if you look at it, this is create runnable, interface, execute, and if you come down here, you see the specific implementation I did. So which is what I have for this. You can also take a look at what I did in the LangGraph here. So the objective of this is I could have another one called crew, maybe crew agent, and then I need to have the specific implementation here for the crew if I want to use crew. So it is not tied to a specific framework, and as long as everything still implement the base agent here, so this is going to work fine, efficiently, without any problem. And if you look at it, I have some common response, agent context, response model. If you check here, you see agent context and you see agent this is my response that I actually need. So this is this model provide like a type safe observability, and it make it easy for me to debug and also extend with additional metadata if needed. So if you look at the agent base classes here, it provide agent specific implementation, which I've just explained. And if you look at that of LangGraph as well. So, and we have a concrete implementation in here, right? So you can go to each of the code section, and I put a word, I put a details comment there. And if you have any specific question, please send to me. And I'm going to talk about agent registry and factory. If you have different agents you created, you still want to make use of it. So looking at this, this is where I have the agent factory here, right? So, and you specify the framework, the agent type, and optionally choose and config. The factory create the appropriate agent implementation. So this is where I could support multiple framework. So if framework is LangChain, it will create a LangChain agent. If it is LangGraph, it will create LangGraph agent. So if it is CrewAI, it will create CrewAI agent. So the caller doesn't need to know the framework details. They just get an agent that implements the interface. So if you look at here, and this is the factory, right? And this is how each of the agent is being registered, right? So this is the real, this is LangChain. So the decorator automatically add the agent to the registry. So if you look at the usage example here, I get the LLM. I say LLM factory, get LLM, right? Add message. Let's say we have the add message, we have this I think I'm gonna use this usage example here. Yes, it's here. So I'm gonna try to do some cleanup while writing the documentation. I think I put some stuff here which I need to clean it up. This is the reusage example here. So you get LLM is agent factory, create agent. What kind of agent do you want to create? A reactive agent. What type of reactive is LangChain? If it is LangGraph, if it is CrewAI, we put it, and we say we retrieve the provider, and then the agent context, which is the like a metadata that agent need. For example, the section and the ID, I still pass it across. So we could also check the implementation details here and check it and try to play with the code if need be. And agent also use agent using like agent with session factory. This is where I use the agent with session factory so that you pass the session factory to it, all right? So that automatically the agent will be able to manage the session information of the agent. So in other words, if you have like a custom agent, because I have a clear interface, right? Building custom agent is straightforward. So if I need to build a custom agent, it is straightforward. Look at it here. You can just add a custom agent, do all the implementation, include that custom agent type in the enums, right? And this is how you use the custom agent, right? So await execute. So the decorators handle all registration automatically. So no manual factory update needed. So this is a clear design pattern that I use, and I hope this agent infrastructure you guys like it, and you can comment, make your comment. My objective is just to make it a framework agnostic design that provide flexibilities without sacrificing consistency. So in the next video, I'll cover session management and how I maintain conversational continuity across multiple interaction. See you then. Thank you.